Alright, here we are. Welcome back, everyone. Sorry about the delays and such. There we go. Sorry. But sorry about the delays, honestly, on the game. Been a hectic few weeks for a lot of us, but we're back now. So, with that being said, why don't we just get into it? Who wants to do the recap for your hero point?
Sure, sounds good to me, unless somebody wants it.
Go right ahead.
Okay. So, we're in an interesting position. Here we are, realizing that we're kind of dead. Sort of. It's complicated. There's a very big, it's complicated asterisk over it. Well, we went to talk to our merchant friend Shinzo, who we've come to realize is a Shinigami, a kind of death god of sorts. And we had a nice conversation with him about what we can potentially do. We needed to finish researching this transmigration ritual that would allow us to return to the real world. But we wouldn't be able to bring everybody with us just quite yet. We were going to have to go to the real world and do something with the, what do we call it, the Eternal Lantern, which is kind of like it. The impression I get with it is it's actually kind of like an anchor point between like our world and that one of sorts. So we're going to have to send ourselves into the real world and fight off against whatever forces that oh no, why did I just forget his name?
Who's?
Kugapti.
Yes.
Heck. Fight off against Kugapti there and whatever forces that it might have at that time, and then complete the ritual on that side to strengthen it and bring everybody back with us. Hopefully, that's the hope. We spent a lot of time, several weeks, researching this, and during that time, there were a few things of note that did happen. One was that Yuga confided in his mentor, the priestess, Lady Kendora. Wow, 2 weeks has done a lot to my brain.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh. So she's in on it. She's offering support as much as we need it. We had 3 events happen as well. One of them, I believe the first one, was that we heard of traps being set off in the woods that were supposed to be catching animals and making it harder for our hunters to bring back food. And upon our investigation, we found a young woman, Kitsune, who seemed to have magical fire powers, maybe sorceress or of some sort. And we brought her back to the village with us, convincing her that we really didn't mean any harm. The best thing that we can do for her and her baby brother is to come back and help us work together so that we can all survive together. With that angle, she was willing to do so, and although the other villagers were a little bit nervous at first, they started coming around when they saw how good she was with kids. The second major event actually happened in Yuga's house. Or we should say his family's house, because Yuga doesn't really live there these days. It has been sort of taken over by a kind of house spirit of sorts that's allegedly always been there this whole time. But with the house in a broken down state since the initial invasion, it got lonely. So it's tried to lure people in and mess with their minds with illusions and enchantments to get them to stay, to be there. But that's dangerous for people because they're exposed to the elements. We explained this all to that spirit and agreed that we would try to do our best. We would put together a task force to rebuild the Mina home. And it seemed pleased with that. And if this is successful, maybe we can start rebuilding other homes around the area as well. The third issue was, oh yeah, another ghost of sorts. A woman who lamented the loss of her husband, who was murdered and was apparently a crane. And she was begging for people in the village to slay her as well so that she could reunite with her dead crane husband. But this was making everybody in the village extremely uncomfortable. Somehow we managed to actually talk her down and believe more in a spirit of good faith and hope for the village that maybe we can work through everything together. I don't remember what exactly became of her, if she stayed somehow or if she faded. But it did have a positive outcome in general. Nobody had to kill her. Yeah, that's about all I remember for that one.
Pretty much. He sort of left town and seemed to disapparate as soon as she left the borders of it.
Right. And that's about all I have. I don't recall if we had finished our research or not.
You had, actually.
Oh, we did. Yeah.
Yes.
I believe, right?
From my knowledge, yeah.
Okay. So, I believe, since you had finished that, the research, and the week has ended, you sort of already put people on the Sakaki mats, so I'm going to put one pip on those. Unfortunately, due to the processing involved on those Sakaki mats, those oil-treated spiritual woods that will need to burn in the kiln, they must be sort of soaked in that oil for about 6 weeks or so. So 1 week is down, 5 more to go. And yet there's still plenty to do to help out the town and such. Now, I believe last time I didn't go through any of the new weekly stuff, right? I didn't go through the attrition or random events or anything like that, right? I don't believe so.
I don't think so. There's another reminder that Shugo got the other component we needed as well.
Yes,
besides the Sakak, the mats.
feathers.
Feathers, yeah.
You were easily able to pluck from a live bird. And now, with a new week beginning, going to go. One second, I need to remember where the heck all. A lot of stuff I have to keep track of, and it's not. Okay, first, going to roll a d. One Coke, and why do I need a. There we go. Okay, so this week, unfortunately, with the sort of oncoming storm, the winter storm that seemingly has come true thanks to the word of, well, what you now know as a Shinigami, Shinzo Abe, or not, fuck, Abe, fucking, he's a former president of Japan. Asahina Shinzo,
Yeah.
damn it. How did that come to mind? Yeah, Shinzo, your
That was great.
friend. But he told you that there would be a winter storm coming in, and it has arrived. And, well, you guys could tell it's going to get pretty bad because of Shinzo's telling you that. And, well, you're going to need to maybe minimize the damage of it. So this is a security threat on the town. Basically, shelter is being destroyed by the winter storm. So one person is going to have to spend the week aiding, or perhaps more of you if you want to be absolutely sure you can minimize the damage. It's an athletics or crafting check.
I will.
Shugo can take care of that because you guys probably have more important things you can take care of.
Yeah, probably getting ready for the ritual.
Yeah, unless we need more than one person. I don't know. It's up to you guys. But
Well, you
here's
guys
Shugo's athletics.
have finished your research. So
Might as well help with using crafting.
Okay.
you guys are kind of at the point where it's a little bit more open-ended what you want to do with your weeks, since, yeah, there's not really other stuff you need to be on point for. Okay. And Baozin, you were going to help with this as well?
Yes.
Shugo, helping carry supplies to make sort of emergency repairs, sort of reaching up to like the rooftops and such, basically acting as a crane as well. And Baozin, you're able to, you know, do some fittings, do some repair work and that sort of stuff. With both of your aid, you are able to reduce the, well, problem with the shelter being destroyed by the wind. So it does only go down by 1 instead of 1d4, but I do need to roll d4 for hope. People are still sort of becoming a little bit more shut in during the winter time, not seeing much sort of light of hope as they're just trying to survive. They've heard about a little bit here and there about you guys' plans to aid, but as winter drags on, people's spirits diminish. Also, security and food go down by 1. So wear and tear hits the village, and food, you guys focus well on food, so you're well stocked for this winter unless a disaster of something. But that being said, with you two doing that for the week, Yuga and Liaodon, are there any things you would be doing? Just, you know, in general. Research is basically complete.
Well, there was something that was on my mind. Let me think. I had wanted to start getting us all ready for a second ritual. I think I might have started it the week, like last week. I'm not sure.
Oh yeah,
can
the winter solstice, I believe you were talking about. That one?
Yeah. Sweetest solstice. I'm trying to figure out if there's a way that I can like link that.
Yeah.
Let me just put that in there.
And then, yeah, we can click into Sweetest Solstice.
I remember we had gone to the bow lady for help with this one.
Bow?
Yeah.
Yes, for the cooking lore, because you basically, with the Sweetest Solstice ritual, you make a big pot of food that can feed a settlement and keep them warm, and even has like small sort of like, you know, sweets in the bowl, sort of like surprise people and makes them feel better about surviving the winter. It might actually increase the town's hope if you guys get this right. So, cooking lore, Mama Bao, primary check, and she, as I recall, was happy to help. That just means you guys need 3 secondary casters for diplomacy, performance, or religion.
I can definitely be one of them for sure. Because I am expert in 2 of them.
I don't know if there's an.
I only have skill in religion, and it's only trained.
I'm actually decent in religion, and I may as well help you get on this.
I'm not sure if we can do it this week or if it's next week, though.
Sorry, say that again?
I don't remember if we're able to do this week or if it's like next week or the week after, though.
I thought we had a couple weeks until the solstice.
Yeah, there's like 2 more weeks until the solstice.
If I'm remembering correctly.
But you can
But I
do
was
it
thinking
now.
about-
It would just lower the DC by 2 if you do it on the solstice.
That would make it potentially easier to crit, and I think I really like that idea. But I want to try to figure out who we want to involve. So if you think you're going to be in this, then we probably only need one more person. And I actually might have somebody in mind.
Okay.
The keeper of the Shrine of Daikitsu.
Hmm.
Is she like a religion expert?
Bombing. Oh. You met her once or twice before. She doesn't really talk to you all that much. She is an expert in religion, though she pales in comparison to your religiosity, or whatever you want to say. Your religion is like she's a +8. Nice to say. Which for a second
A
rank,
+8. Oh,
yeah, for a second rank ritual is not that bad.
yeah.
DC is
I was just thinking that like maybe it just felt like an appropriate option, considering what Daikitsu is all about: community, harvest, etc.
Yeah, of course. So if you want to recruit them, they would happily be able to help you, especially with your reputation with South Bank. You guys have always been a friend of both North and South town here. So, for the purposes of it, you guys want to bring everything together for the ritual this week, or do you want to wait for the solstice?
I think I would prefer to wait for the solstice just to try to get the extra oomph out of it.
Alrighty. Leodon, were you doing anything
Okay,
this week?
I'm okay with that.
Nothing particular. Probably just like running the tea house as I prepare to help Yuga with the ritual.
Okay. You guys sort of
Would
go
that-
around talking to people, sort of getting people to find the time in their days to get this ritual going. A little bit convincing here and there. Yeah. Let me... Next, as the week drags on a little bit. It is in fact bombing that sort of comes to you again, Yuga. And as they do, you're all sort of in the tea shop or out about together. Comes up to you all. I would be happy to aid in your ritual, but I would like another thing to happen for the solstice. You may recall in some years past, every so often we've done the Claylight Festival, though you may have been much mere children at the time. Since then, last 10, 15 years, we haven't really done the Claylight Festival. It's sort of a festival where we create little clay huts and set them out in fields or along streets, a small light inside. They sort of light up the night and, well, make it seem like there's a home on every street and every field. A warm home, and with a hearth inside, burning to return to.
This sounds vital. Tell me more.
Yes, and, on a single day of the Claylight Festival, on the solstice, we would get together in each other's homes. People would sort of, in their neighborhoods, come together, grill vegetables over fires, and pray for good fortune to come. I think it would be wise to help the townsfolk set up for this festival. And it'll be happening in a week's time from now, the solstice, because you guys were like 2 weeks at the start of the last week, and then you have a week until the solstice now. Either you could aid us with crafting some of these little clay houses for people to light, or aid us with religious matters, of course. Prayers, such. I know you have many other activities, many other things you need to focus on, but I think this would help the townsfolk.
I'm certainly in. Absolutely.
I'm in.
Okay,
I
very well.
can help too.
So, with that being said, she sort of shows you how to create these little clay houses and what prayers to offer as you light them and such. So, you guys have a week to aid with this, religion or crafting if you so wish. But, it is a new week. I need to do some attrition. Like 16. See if something else also is happening. And there is, again. So D6. The 5 there. That is also a security issue. The winter storm has not really let up this week either. Sort of a double blast of a winter storm. And, oh, I need this document. Well, so they're also going to need either athletics or crafting to help minimize the damage.
Shugo can work on that while the others do the other thing.
Okay.
Hopefully Shugo can do that.
Yeah, of course. You can roll athletics. Anybody who wants to help with the festival, crafting, or religion. Or if you want to do crafting for helping the security of the town as well. I'm going to reduce the baseline attritions here, the hope.
He's
Hit by
my
a
hero
4.
point on that roll.
Down to 1 hope. People have become very shut in, but people still come out every now and again.
Oh, that's horrible. Not my role, but yours. That horrible
go.
4. I don't like
Rolled
it.
that with a hero point.
Okay, so you three were helping with the huts.
Honestly, I'm gonna help with the huts.
Okay.
I think to be safe, I'm gonna re-roll mine for hopefully a better result. That's much better.
Much better indeed. So, Leodon, unfortunately, you're not able to help all that much. Clay is not your forte. However, Yuga, with your prayers and Baozin's aid in sort of constructing many little clay huts to be given out to townsfolk who are either too old or too young to really put together something that'll last some winter days on the streets and farms, you are able to set that up for everyone. And Shugo as well. You are able to minimize the damage of the storm. In fact, that's a critical success. I'm going to say there's no damage to security extra added on from that. And as the week comes to an end, the Claylight Festival arrives, the solstice arrives this weekend as well. And so, as you guys made many great preparations for the festival, it's sort of like evening time where people come together and sort of go down each street or each farm path and light these little huts here and there, sort of giving prayers of protection and warmth. And the people of the town are very much happy with you guys' aid in all of it. And it seems like a resounding success. People feel a little bit more at ease in their homes. Even though still the hope dwindles, there is a little bit of a spark. Once again, a little fluttering of the flame. You guys get 2 hope points back, a total of 3, and 120
Yay.
experience points as well. And when you come out to the porch of the tea house early one morning, find gifts left behind. Actually, it should be 4. 4 moderate healing potions. Perhaps aid in any endeavors in the future.
Not turn down healing potions.
What was this festival called again?
The Claylight Festival. Somber, sort of hearth and home sort of festival, not like people running around dancing and singing, but festival to bring warmth and hope into people's minds during the winter solstice, night of winter. Speaking of, we are on the winter solstice. I believe you had plans.
I do. We have a ritual to perform to help the town stay warm, really.
So, gather Mama Bao. Where would you put this pot for the village? Where would you put this place where people can come to get warm, invigorating food every day? Where'd you conduct the ritual?
Honestly, the amphitheater, like the theater, that big square, if I'm remembering correctly, might be a good spot to do it.
Center of town? Outdoors?
That's a good point.
Yeah, I know, Shugo, you don't feel any of the winter cold on your stone, but, yeah.
Could always just have it in the tea house. I mean, I can definitely offer it up for this little thing.
I don't see any issue with that at all.
I'm trying to think of any other option that would be better. I don't know if I can think of anything right now. I kind of feel embarrassed. Like, it always comes back to, oh, the tea house. But is
Base
it
of
wrong?
operations. To sell some tea on the side as you bring people in.
We don't even need to sell, like, if they want.
Well, don't ask how an economy works when the town is cut off from the rest of the world.
There's
Ignoring
also
those facts.
that.
But, say a lot of people in this town have a lot of money stowed away. But either way, though.
The richest town in the world. Whoa. Not really. Not really.
Yeah, I mean, very old town, very rich in it. Lots of people have a lot of family saving. That being said, though, you guys choose the tea house to have it conducted?
I'm in.
Makes
Yeah.
no sense to me.
Go over there. And I need snowflakes in it. Have. There we go. Perfect. So, it was going to be Mama Bao. I only made a token on the map out there. I don't have a actor for her. Second. For both of them. Yeah. Tea house. Bao and Ba Ming Ao sort of arrive. Sort of at the around noon time for the solstice. I'm not one for rituals or anything like that, but you said a good cook would help you. Mama Bao arrives. She has sort of steamed buns. She sets down on the table, and in case we get hungry or anything.
That's perfect. Well, this should take about an hour. It should be an enjoyable experience, you know. We can tell some good jokes, some puns. Just have fun doing this together.
I know quite a few Fox-related puns. There's someone from Absalom, one of those teenagers. They said, "What does the fox say?" Stuck on my mind.
Oh, that sounds like a good one.
What does the fox say? Can you tell us?
That was the question. There is no answer. It's strange, but it's almost appropriate for our faith. What does it say? Is for you to decide.
Perhaps something we should ask one of the many kitsunes around town.
I would not irritate Kazuma about it. He has been working on a play quite recently about the downfall of our governor. He never liked the man, and the late governor never liked him.
I don't really have any argument against that.
Very well, let us begin.
Yeah.
So, for the purposes
We
of
met the guy. I'm like,
Val heads off to start cooking up the pots. So she will begin the ritual with her cooking lore check. And what? Like a NPC. Yeah, there is an NPC. No, there isn't. I'm gonna say my Val is a plus 12 on cook. I think that's fair enough. Roll d20 plus 12. 7 plus 12 is... What do we got?
19.
19? Oh yeah, it is. Okay. So, the pot that's brewed up for this is incredible. The soup, it just smells good and, yeah, seems well prepared. Now all we need to do is do those puns or prayers or whatever it is, right? Should be all prepared for y'all. Set it up on the main big table here. It's sort of like God, what was that thing? A hot pot. Yes, it's a hot pot. Have you ever been to a hot pot? But
not yet.
very good.
Someday.
I have one like literally down the street from me that just opened. It's amazing. But anyway. Who's going to make these secondary checks? For religion, diplomacy, or performance?
So I will do diplomacy for mine, because it's actually tied with religion.
Well, how about the religion?
Okay.
I
So I'll be
have
taking
no
a more
performance.
cosmopolitan sort of approach to this, using a broad range of knowledge that came from like things I might have picked up from around town. But overall, trying to keep a good nature about it, it should be fun.
And remember, the caster of the ritual gain a +1 status bonus to saves against fear effects for a month. So, if you want to get involved in that, sure you do.
Can we duplicate checks like to religion or?
Yeah, you can.
Okay, I'll just do religion.
Alright, so go ahead and roll your checks.
Unfortunately, I think Shugo would botch things pretty badly if he tried to get involved.
I am very lucky.
There is only
trying
3
to
secondary
think.
caster slots.
Mhm.
That'd be
I
Laodon,
don't
Belz, and Yuka.
think my 20's good enough, so I'm gonna take a risk for the hero point. Fascinating.
3 on the dice. Fortunately, for a rank 2 ritual, that is just fine. Baozin, Leodon both
It's
critically
not a
succeeded.
crit.
And Mama Bao's 19 is not going to be improved enough to become a crit because the DC is 18 for standard DC of level 3 stuff because it's a rank spell. So,
Okay,
even so,
normal success I'll take.
normal success. As you toss the dumplings and other things into, or the rice balls rather, into the boiling soup, it's sort of, there's sparks of sense rising from it. The magic of it seems to churn up and allow this never-ending soup to last, you surmise, a hot meal to everyone in the settlement for a week. And those of you who took part in the ritual, who get the sweetest solstice. So the +1 against the effects. And for a month. So that'll last. And with that being said, I assume you guys would spread the word. There is free food at the tea house. A hot
Yep.
sort of soup that brings a lot of joy, communal goodwill.
Everybody is welcome.
That'll increase your hope by 1 of 4. To back up a little bit from the previous sort of dour mood of everybody.
I'll take what we can get at this point.
Another week passes. Sakaki mats are continuing to be prepared, but 3 more weeks that you have to wait
Is
before
this
you
where
can...
Anne rolls another 4?
Maybe. Let's first go to the random effects for the week. Match 20. I'm rolling really well on these
Crit's good,
DC.
right?
That's crit is bad on flat checks. Means I get to do more. Another unfortunate disaster occurs. I roll a d6 to see what it
I
affects.
tried.
A 1. Okay. Not the one you guys want to see. So, where is it? Oh, actually, no, that's fine, because that's the food stuff. So, mice have gotten in to many of your food stores. And you need a nature or survival to figure out how to get at them all out and away and secured the food. So that'll be
Sounds
somebody's
good.
job for the week.
Shugo will tackle that one.
Yeah.
Shouldn't we just get Yami on this task or something?
Did you say the army?
Yami, the
Oh,
cat
Yami.
at the tea house.
Oh, yeah. Why don't we get Yami to help, too?
You think that I trifle myself with chasing rats? Roll diplomacy check.
Who?
You gotta help us out here.
You got players.
I'm gonna chime in. I don't know exactly what Yuga's gonna say about this, but maybe try to appeal to his nature as a cat about what a unique experience that this is, etc. I don't know.
Just think it will make you better than all the other cats in the settlement. Well, the lesser cats, I should say.
Wish I could have had that 31 my previous roll.
I'm already better, but I think it's a good opportunity to show how much better I am. At the end of the week, there'll be a pile of rodents' corpses, and I will make them dance. I'll take that away from you. They're rodents. You don't mind that I'm raising them from the dead and making them dance? Oh, right, you're a Phrasmite. But I do not. And you will never find them. Either way.
In a couple months from now, we're just gonna find a big pile of rats in the tea house someplace, like under the floorboards.
It's gonna be like Ratatouille.
So Yami helps out.
Undead rats instead.
And because of Shugo's successful survival check as well, I'm going to say that you don't lose any food at all from this because you recruited Yami's aid. But now I need to do the regular attrition. It happens. 4 on the hope. So, hope goes down to 0. Because
Yay!
much more of a dour mood in town. Everyone's become shut in. Rumors have spread. Unfortunate events have happened. The hauntings are still occurring here and there. People are scared, lonely, distant, and starting to become upset. So now that hope is at 0, any further hope reduction affects your reputation with the rest of the town. Of course, you have 2 reputations, so to choose one or the other, but still, yeah. Going to start affecting that. Hope it's 0.
What can we possibly do to fix that?
It's one of those things where you kind of have to build it up at the start of the in fall and try to do your best to bring it back up during the winter with little events. But there's nothing you can directly do to enhance hope, just in this system. Well, the
Yay.
ritual helped a little bit, but you can't always do. That being said, the week passes. There's nothing much for you guys to do around, and as you walk through town, trying to, check in on people, some of them slamming the doors on you guys and such, there is something you're noticing. Many little ravens that seem to have masks on sort of appear about town, watching, calling at each other, and following you guys. Hugo, you're...
Is it like one each, or is it a lot?
One each. There's only 4 new ones in town. Hugo, you're quite familiar with these, and you probably know what Shinzo's is as well. Yix, Shinzo's raven. They're all psychopomps. They are the lowest of psychopomps. They are sort of the orderlies. They're sort of the bureaucrats of Pharasma's realm. They watch. They stalk you guys, they call at each other. They don't make it, stealthy at all, either.
Yuga,
Yeah.
what does this mean? Why are they here?
You see, well, so they're... How do I explain this? So, would Yuga be able to figure that out?
What do you mean? Like, why they're here?
Yeah.
Well, religion.
Pretty good.
To
31.
you, this looks like a bureaucrat's vacation. They go somewhere else that they're not involved in and start making fun of the situation. And, arguing and bickering and being snide about the whole thing. You don't understand the language of psychopomps, which is Requiem, but you can hazard a guess with their callings and their sort of giggling with each other that they are not happy with how Shinzo is doing things here, but they can't really interfere in. And they're sort of on a snide vacation to this place to check it out and be all superior about how terrible a much higher being than them is, treating this whole thing.
Yeah, so I don't think they're here because of us. I think they're just visiting, and I think they're kind of just watching Shinzo, and maybe not exactly in the kindest of ways. But I don't think they're really doing anything. I think they're just being haughty.
Which language did you say they were speaking?
Yuga would know the language of the Boneyard is Requiem.
Oh, Requiem. Okay, never mind.
Do I need to get rid of them, Yuga?
I don't think so.
Do they seem to be bothering the other townsfolk at all, or just us?
Townsfolk are looking at them curiously every so often, but people stay inside. They just see it as one more haunt, one more reason to stay indoors.
I'm gonna shoot them off, or attempt to at least.
Okay, roll intimidation.
If they're causing issues for the townsfolk. Okay. Shugo is not very intimidating.
Strange. Look, another mortal who doesn't... Well, you're not mortal, are you? Ah, you're a spirit. A spirit stuck with the mortals. Yes, yes. Why do you care about all of this? You could let go of your spiritual form. You could be free of this cage and go back to Galarian. You were never dead. You never died in the first place. Hugo.
Are they speaking a language I can understand?
Yes, they start to speak common to you. I try to scare them away.
We are trying to help these people.
Help.
That is why I'm still here. These are my charges, and I will see them made whole again.
They were supposed to be Shinzo's charges. He was supposed to send them on to their final destination. But they have not. They have shirked their duty as a god of death. And you have no part in this. You are no shepherd. You were their protector, and you failed to protect them.
I cannot account for every single situation.
No.
I think that you all would have been more aware that there was some god here causing issues and stop that.
It is not our place. No, it is not. Shinzo, it is his place. He could have dealt the blow. He could have reaped your souls, sent them on their way. This is an abomination, and the worst of all. This one here, yes. There's all sort of speaking in tandem, sort of this one and that one. Is the follower of Pharasma. You, Yuga, who even looks like us. Or something like us. How do you explain this? How do you explain shirking your duty to shepherd these souls onto the afterlife, and when you are done, shepherd your own soul to where they belong? This whole thing, an abomination.
I'm not shirking my duty. We're not. Our souls are still.
Yes, between life and death, you say. But you are beyond life, so isn't that not death? You are somewhere from Galarian. You died. Yet your soul refuses to move on. Is that not undeath in a way? You may argue otherwise, but we see the truth.
We are all trapped here for the time being. We will solve that, and then you will see.
I have more important things to do than die right now. If it was just a matter of our own fates, then I definitely could have just peacefully passed, and that would have been fine. But it's bigger than us. It's Kugapti. If we don't do something, then Kugapti's power is just going to grow and will continue to corrupt and kill and destroy and devour. We have to do this.
Old diplomacy. This one thinks that duty is more important than the cycle of souls. But they are fighting against one who shirks the cycle of souls. That is the one who has caused all this, did they not? They did, but there's an opportunity now to fix this problem. Yes, but they are the only ones who understand the threat of Kugapti. Perhaps we'll discuss this more over tea. We saw your tea house. We're on vacation here. Why don't you serve
like
us
tea?
tea? And perhaps we will see your side of things.
Yes. Come join us. That sounds wonderful.
Just ensure your cat is out of the way.
Fair enough.
We will not become a meal to a half-life, half-death creature.
Yeah.
Birds sort of like hop their way into the tavern, into the tea house, and set themselves down around the table here, as they do. Actually, no. Let's see. So, they all stand on the table, awaiting. This is not a place where there's entertainment. This is not a place where they show their life. Let us see. Where is the entertainment? You can roll a society or performance to perhaps entertain or at least speak to them of the town as they're awaiting the tea. So I would like a tea lore. I would like a performance or society. I would like an actually no, let's just do the tea lore and society for.
I could do a performance.
I'm rerolling that.
You want a society and a performance?
And or. So, Theodore, you serve the tea, but they sort of pick at it, they sort of sip into it. Unimpressive. This tea, not tea, this fake tea in this realm that is not real. It doesn't taste good either. This is a facsimile, an approximation, yes, no. It's all, well, not horrible, but it's not good. Not good at all. You see, this place isn't real. It's only a facsimile. This proves it. And Yuga, you sort of attempt to entertain as much as you can, sort of speaking of the town, maybe stories or this or that. This one. Well, these stories, but did these stories even happen? Are they even real at all? These souls, they think and they breathe, but nobody knows. Nobody knows of their stories at all. On the outer world, in the real world. What matter do they have? None.
They matter to us.
Well, let's see if your food is any better than your drink. Need a crafting check from anybody.
Yeah, I could try that.
Go for it.
I'll help out.
The other would be better.
Either or. Whoever wants to take the lead on it.
This is a train wreck.
Could I aid?
Well, I
What?
think Lana said he was aiding you.
Either just roll. Both of you roll. We'll decide who becomes the aid.
Yeah,
in-
find the menus.
There we go. Thousand, you're able to take over and serve some pretty good rice and dumplings and other things that you would commonly find at a tea house. Nice little sweets and such as well. Now this is better. This is much better. Interesting, isn't it? Yes. How? How could they make something so delicious with what they have? Perhaps it's more real than we realize. Perhaps this place means more to them than we realize as well. Perhaps. And despite their lack of decorum, I would like one more person to make a deception or diplomacy check to maintain the decorum of this little tea ceremony, at least on your guys' end, so you don't offend them any further in either diplomacy or deception.
Well, I guess it's me. Okay, 27. That one I'm okay with.
And yet, they remember that decorum. They remember how to treat their guests. This death, but not death, does not change so much, but it still makes some other things bland and weak. Yes, but Shinzo's grown soft. We all know this. But we will not work against their efforts. No, no. We will not work with the exorcists.
I think what Shinzo is doing takes a lot of courage.
Takes much courage. Much courage to go against your very being. We understand our place in the universe. We understand that every soul has a place in the universe, in the cycle, Plasma's cycle. It is what sustains the universe in and of itself. Any little thing like this breaks the cycle. Cycle. Not as strong as you may believe it is. Yet, since you seem to wish to return to life, and will either be exorcised, return to life, or die, one way or another, it seems that you will fast approach your fate. Fast approach return to the cycle one way or another. So, our business here is done. See that there's not anything that we need to do, not anything we need to aid you with. One way or another, you'll return to where you should be. We do not need to interfere. And with
If
that,
there's anything you could potentially do against Kugapti,
it is not our place, and we cannot aid you. To
It's
aid
worth a
you
try.
would prevent your further deaths so easily. And we would want that, wouldn't we?
I understand.
They haughtily disappear out the door, sort of fluttering away. But it seems as though you have piqued enough of their curiosity that they will leave this realm behind, not bother anybody any longer.
I like them. They're quite nice.
At least they aren't going to be working against us.
Strange, but fill in their purpose, one way or another.
I was worried they would be helping the exorcists, but hopefully not.
Like you guys impressed them just enough to not interfere on another side at the very least.
Yay!
Yeah. Again, it's time for hope attrition. Or,
Of course.
no.
Why not?
This goes basically against, actually, how am I going to do this? How am I going to have attrition go down? I'm going to say it's going to be divided up between the two. So South Bank and North Ridge both start to disbelieve you guys a little bit, each of them losing 2 of your reputations with them. They're getting more and more upset, more and more impatient. You guys promised some way to get out of here, and yet they're still suffering and hiding in their homes, being hounded by spirits and shivering in the winter. They're upset. But you guys have a lot of built-up reputation with everybody, so yeah. People still like you guys a lot.
Not if you keep rolling 4s every single time.
Yeah, maybe. Well,
Every
Yes,
time.
yes, stop rolling so high.
that's the fun of a system that I don't control. Security and food go down by 1. 15. I get to roll DC
Corvus,
60.
please, go break a mirror or something.
Corvus, who's that?
Yeah,
A ghost long
my
past.
brain went back 5 years or something.
Like 5 fucking years, goddamn. But, 10 on the dice means that no unexpected troubles actually happened. At least you guys don't have to worry about that. Oh, and one more thing. Dummies gifts. Da 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 da. I forget what. It's fine. Whatever. So, during this week, you guys really don't have anything to do. But there is something strange that happened. Something really weird.
No.
Oh yeah, no, in season guest.
I'm sorry.
As
I'm sorry.
each of you independently is going about your day, Thousand, perhaps, you are doing a little ritual of your own to try and see the threads and where they may lead. Leodon, you're poring over books in your father's wizard's tower. Shugo, you are sort of patrolling the town, sort of shooing away any minor spirits that you can find. Bad ones. And Yuga, offering another ceremony for one who unfortunately passed during the winter. Somebody just got a cold and nobody could help them. At the Lady of Souls Cathedral.
That sounds like me.
Duty of a Pharasmite. You all, individually, suddenly, feel a lurch in your stomachs. As if a hook, shepherd's hook, was wrapped around it and you are pulled away. And it does pull you away. It pulls you rapidly out of your homes, out of the cathedral, out from Willowshore, out from the forests, and out from the wall that has kept you all in Willowshore for such a long, long time. And as you guys are thrust away Willowshore, beyond its confine, move you all to a new scene.
So that is weird, yes.
Mm-hmm. Oh. Might be audio. Yep. So, as you all are, I need to do. As you all are thrust away from the reality you had been in for a very long time, you find yourselves in a room. The room that's small, narrow, windowless, that is dimly lit by burning torches, and mostly occupied by a massive bronze bell that hangs from the ceiling. 5 small cages containing colorful birds are set in a large circle, and a number of scrolls equal to, well, the number of you, 4 in total, lay on the ground inside that circle. Flickering but strangely familiar looking light radiates down from the bell above to illuminate the scrolls containing you guys seemingly within the circle. If you try to move forward, you can't. You can maybe move your arms around a little bit, but you notice as you move your arms up, your arms are ghostly, ephemeral, sort of wispy. And you also find a few other figures, a few other wispy, ghost-like images that apparate in front of you. But first, if anybody wants to look around, roll a perception check.
Yeah, Shugo wants to see what's going on. Is Shugo like ghostly like the others, or is he like in spirit form?
Hugo is fully in spirit form.
Oh,
So no stone plates or anything like that. You're
she
full,
goes less white.
full spirit form.
My rules have not been well.
As you all look around, Hugo, you actually, most of you can sort of kind of recognize, or actually only Shugo can recognize that you have been pulled east from Willowshore into a chamber somewhere within the coastal fortress of Karahai, the place that you had sighted upon the Gossamer Mountains on one of your first ventures towards the fog wall. Very early on, you saw this place on the shoreline. And it is, though, Yuga, that recognizes that you've appeared in the center of some sort of seance. That the temple bell above you is a powerful holy item that wards against ghosts.
Awkward.
You can tell that that bell's presence seems to interfere with any magic coming from spiritual or undead sources. And as those ghostly priests appear before you, they each wear the same black-sleeved crimson robes that you saw on those exorcists that invaded your realm that you had to throw from your father's paper mill. But this time they are without the four-eyed demon masks. The one in the center, seemingly the elder and leader, is a middle-aged, bald human man. There's one that sort of stands at the back, a middle-aged human woman with her sort of hair up in a bun, bears an old scar on her right cheek, and another, a young man, with a well-trimmed beard, snide look on his face.
So you said these people are also kind of ethereal, or are they not ethereal?
They're ethereal in the way that everything is ethereal to you. It's like
Okay.
everything around you is ethereal. But they seem to have summoned you here.
Hello? Hello?
Ah, the connection has been confirmed. Good. The one in the front mentioned. Seems we have achieved seance. Spirits.
Hooray!
Who are you? And then suddenly there's a lurch. Yuga, I need a will save. You feel compelled to speak as they ask this question of you.
$27?
You feel the compulsion, but you can answer however you like. You don't have to answer with all the information that they would have otherwise gotten out of you if you failed on that save.
My name is Yuga Mina. I am... How do I best put this? The acting governor of... well... what was Willow Shore.
The spirits govern themselves. That's a new one. The snide man sort of says on the right. Enough.
Understandable that you would say such things. It's a very complicated situation.
The one in the back, the woman, she sort of pipes up. Are you sure that this seance is correct? They should not be answering in their own right. They should only answer when we ask the questions. They are truly...
You did ask a question.
The one in the center sort of looks back to her. It is strange, but fear not, my students. We are perfectly safe. Without a focused purpose, these century-old phantoms can no more affect the material world than a fish can light fire. We are safe.
Just to confirm, do I feel like no connection to like my magic and stuff?
How do you mean? Like,
You said I felt that like that we had like our magic and stuff suppressed.
yes, it does feel like your magic is completely suppressed.
I believe he's telling the truth. I don't believe we can do anything.
Well, we can aggressively haunt them, possibly.
I would prefer you not say such things, if that's okay.
I'm honestly surprised they could bring me here as well, since I am not dead.
And the spirits claim
Yes.
they're not dead and threaten us with hauntings as well.
Nobody's actually threatening you. He's like that. He's been like that.
I'm
I've known
admittedly a
him.
bit displeased about being forcefully brought here.
We were in the middle of very important work.
Silence, my students. They seem to have greater minds than most spirits, a free will even. We are not dealing with what we have dealt with before. Sort of turns to all of you. I must apologize. My students are young, inexperienced. This is the first time they have contacted spirits with your magnitude of conscious thought. You understand, most spirits, they only act within some limited purview of their memories of life. You, however, seem to speak as if nothing is wrong, as if you are not dead.
I assure you, we are not offended. It's a very complicated situation. And maybe this is an opportunity to tell our story.
Opportunity. Tell their story? What does it matter anyway? Mago Kai wants them exercised. Why don't we get some answers from them? Here, I'll try. What do you want? He sort of says this with such a sort of ritualistic sort of tone, and he points it towards Shugo. Shugo, they're attempting to force an answer out of you. I need a will save.
After he answers, I will need to step away for a couple minutes.
Okay, yeah, we can take a break then. Shugo, you, unfortunately... actually, you guys have halfway hero points coming pretty soon. So if you guys want them now, we can take them. But just for this roll, if you want it, Shugo. If it matters to you.
I don't really know if it matters.
Okay. So, you feel compelled to answer that you seek to come back to life. Of course, for you, it's a little bit weird to say, but trying to help everyone come back to life.
Yes, that I wish to help my companions and all of Willowshore, if possible, come back to life, back to where they belong. Their lives not stolen from them.
You wish to come back to life? How? That's not possible. These are spirits long dead. How could they? Consciousness is such as these almost intact souls. They have found a way. I don't think that's possible. How could ghosts want to come back to life? How could they even believe they can? The woman in the back sort of mentioned. I'll try something. Oh, actually, bows in. Yeah, we're gonna take a 5-minute break here, guys.
Okay.
So, we'll be right back. 5 minutes. See you guys in a bit. Okay, we're out. Okay, we're all back. Welcome back, everyone. So, let's get back into things. Shugo just answered their question about, well, come back to life. See, we can make them answer truthfully. However strange their answer is. Well, if I was a ghost, would want to come back to life. I think. Ew. Very strange.
Have you thought to ask why we want to come back to life so badly?
And I'll let you answer that. Why?
Perhaps we should tell you at least a bit. We are trying to escape the clutches of Kagapti.
They all blanch for a
More
moment
than
and
that,
look to each other.
it's more than escaping to Kukupti's clutches. Because from my understanding, we've already done that. It's more a problem that Kugapti is still there. Still growing in power. And if something isn't done now, will continue to grow in power until he basically controls this entire region and nobody is safe anymore.
We know.
We may be some of the only ones who have faced Kugapti and still have, well, our souls?
We know that there is a great force, not just you. Yet you are... You're part of his domain. You cannot be permitted to return to life. The lady behind sort of adds on. There is nothing that can return you to life beyond the most sinister forms of magic, and we will not permit that. Make peace with your fate and pray that Pharasma shows mercy for your sins and death. As she speaks, her face flashes some sort of doubt. An occultism or religion check from anybody looking closely at her in the back.
On it.
Same.
Something about this seance allows Bazin to reach further into this woman's mind and see what seemed to be crimson butterflies that flutter in.
Uh-oh.
Well, why, Master, why, this one speaks, if the bell in the light keeps the spirits trapped, why can't we just ignore them and get to harvesting all the trees in the region? Quiet now. Oh, Harahorse, they already have stopped us.
Shugo's gonna look up to the bell quite pointedly.
I'm sorry, trees?
Trees, yes. We have spoken too much. It matters. Let's get back to the questioning. Why we're here. How
Do you know?
did you die? As he looks to Baozin. Need a will save. You're able to answer however you wish.
Many times.
Times. That be possible.
The same year lived over and over.
You mean to say that you have repeated your deaths?
Not the same deaths, a different one. Each time, our memories stripped and forced to relive it. It's only
this-
this year that we've learned more.
This year we have succeeded where we have failed before, and now it is on you people that we will continue to fail and not be able to stop Kugapki. Do you understand what will happen if you do purge all the spirits there? What do you think is keeping him in check?
We think we can purge him as well. We know of
And that
his
is-
presence.
We're not the first to try.
You are not the first to try, and the corruption of Kugapki spreads and gets within you. Especially those who go to chop down the trees.
You returned alive. You won't let us chop down the trees anyway. You know, I don't much care about the trees. Mego Kai does. What I care about is exercising any hostile spirit that gets in the way of the living world.
Luckily for you, we're not hostile. We could be allies if you allow us to be. Our mutual enemy is Kugapti.
You may just as well be corrupted by his influence. Either way, two birds with one stone, if you'll forgive the pun, is better for Mego Kai.
I look around confused, not seeing any of... Oh wait, there's like
Birds, little birds in
5
cages.
birds. There's like 5 birds
No, there's one bird.
in cages.
Mego Kai demands nothing get in the way of our harvesting operation. You would get on our way, dead or alive, one way or another. You truly believe you can return to the living world, and it is better for us to stop that from happening. That is an abominable method, by the way, to return to life after you died, as Pan mentioned. There's only bad ways to return to life. Pharasma, and you, being a Pharasmite, should know this.
Pharasma allows for resurrection.
Not mass resurrection. Not of a whole town of hundreds of people returning to life after they were slain 100 years ago. It is unheard of. No. We are doing the right thing here. You are the forgotten past of Shenmen. We are its future.
You are doing the wrong thing. If you get rid of us, you are only aiding Kugapti.
You're not aiding him. Your existence, he feeds upon you. That is why there's a cycle, feeding upon your, well, lives without death.
Kugapti was eliminated from our pocket world.
If that's what you... So be it. We've dealt with many spirits who are confused. You'll be exercised soon enough. Now that we have this information, it'll be easy. He brings up a sort of clapper for the bell and utters a final prayer. May you yet return, so that you may be exercised properly. And he rings the bell.
Live long enough to not have regrets.
And the sound of the bell ringing is unexpectedly overwhelming to you guys. And you are hurled away and pulled through time and space back to Willow Shore.
I'm going to be having some words with that man once we're out of here. Says Shugo to nobody because he's probably alone again.
Mm-hmm. The only one who appears in front of other people is Yuga in the Lady of Souls Cathedral, as the funeral seems to only have, well, not really passed all that much, maybe in 5 minutes or so, and everyone's sort of shocked as you reappear. Elizabeth Candora sort of rushes up to you. Yuga, what was that? We thought you were exorcised. Thank the gods, thank the Pharasma, you returned.
I was worried about that at first. Wait a minute. I look around. How many other people are here with us?
Everybody.
Okay. I was taken by exorcists.
There's a gasp in the room as people hear it. You've taken by them. I mean, any one of us would be taken. The people sort of start panicking. Roll diplomacy check for me.
I thought it best to be honest about this in this case. Because the truth is, I don't know why they specifically targeted us in this situation. But we still have work to do. We are so close, maybe a week away. We just have to hold on together. 25.
That is just enough to not cause panic to spread through the town. And no more hope point reduction.
Yay!
Well,
That's all it took to reduce the hope loss. Get exercised.
you, well, I guess we should return to the surface. And with that, give yourselves 120 experience points. A week passes. Week ends. So, let's go back to attrition. Yay. 4. You lose 4 reputation points with 2 of the factions, so they go back to 20. Northridge goes to 19. They never really liked you guys because you are from South Bank. Well, actually, no. Yuga being the governor was South Bank, so that makes them angry. But anyway, food and security go down by 1. Nobody's dying. Nobody is, dying of exposure. Nobody's dying of lack of food. People are just shut in and hopeless and upset. So it's not as bad. It could be. So, as you guys into this next week, anything you guys want to do in particular this week? Anything at all?
I don't know, throw a big party.
People do not accept any invitation. People shut in.
We don't want to go to his party.
I want to check on the progress of the reconstruction repairs of Minor Manor.
Mm-hmm. So you go back to Minor Manor, and it's going along quite nicely. The winter storm caused some issues earlier. You guys also didn't take your healing potions from the thing, by the way. Take your healing potions, please. It's going along quite well. There's like sort of rudimentary roofing over top. The snow has been cleared out from the interior. It's starting to look a little bit more familiar at the very least. And yeah, it's going along nicely. Just not livable just yet.
Unless I'm pulled away for anything else, I'm going to spend my week there.
Okay. Anybody else doing anything in particular during the week?
Do you know that meme about like the copper dragon from D&D? Nobody goes to his birthday party. That's Shugo.
Oh.
Nobody came to the party.
Mm-hmm. So,
Nothing in particular.
and let's say the week. And with
Do we need to do a crafting roll or anything, or we just assume it's fine?
Assume. I need to make rolls.
'Kay.
Weeks have gone by quickly. And at the end of this week, the Sakaki mats are finally complete. Yet, before you guys can set up for the ritual, there is word comes to you all. There is seemingly a new arrival to town. Sort of, Higher Ha sort of rings the bell for the entry point. Ugly Cute is sort of following in an entourage behind what seems to be, as you guys approach as well. Oops, excuse me.
Because it's my job to be there,
There we go.
literally.
You all approach the entrance route. That's not.
Thankfully, I have a feeling this will go really well because, because awkward laugh.
Isn't it wonderful, this statue they've made just for me? Ugly Cute's following along. Well, actually, yeah, we made it. I was made just for you. Lady, what was your name? Ren Mei Li. It would be best to remember it next time before I take you away from here and make you serve in my court. Ugly Cute sort of like shrugs and looks to you guys as you're approaching. Higher Ha up in the tower. Doesn't aim anything at all, but, oh, finally, my invitation has arrived. Couldn't expect anything better from such a small town. But are you to be my entourage today on this little visitation to the hinterlands?
Of course, my lady, I say as a bow. Welcome to Willowshore. I am Yuga Mina, the acting governor.
You guys see a courtly-looking woman, done up in perfection of sort of any sort of imperial court, who also has all the spider legs that one would need to be a spider on the back of her, sort of like coming out from her back. Displays them openly. Oh, you. Well, you'll do, I suppose. Though you're not wearing your appropriate collars to be scholarly as you are. Well, what are you waiting for? Show me around.
Very well. Come this way. I can show you all the wonderful sights of our village.
Welcome.
Shugo's just eyeing her up like someone that crawled out of a bucket or something.
Sort of carried along by these spindly legs. She doesn't even walk herself, it seems. Legs do it for her. So, this is your country bumpkin town? It's pitiful, especially in winter. Nobody's even outside. Nobody's here to welcome me. Where are the well-wishers outside of each of their homes? I demand an audience. One of you, go on ahead. Bring people out of their homes. Drag them out if you have to. They must beg before royalty.
Unfortunately, this is not a very happy time for the village. We are cold. We are hungry. And we are
Oof.
dealing with one of the worst winters we've ever experienced.
Roll a diplomacy check. Oh, you're cold and hungry. Aren't every other village cold and hungry? Forget it. If your people are so cold and hungry that they cannot even stand on their two legs, they can bow instead. I insist. Drag one or two of them out. I want to see how starved and hungry the people are. I should know, as your ruler.
If people wish to come out, they are more than welcome to, but we are not going to drag anybody out of their homes unwillingly.
Roll another diplomacy check.
Perhaps it would be the people.
I am not bowing to
Maybe
fascism.
haven't guessed.
I would like to, like, get a read on what her intentions are, if that's possible.
Sure, roll perception check.
I'm also going to try to get a read on her if that's okay.
Sure thing.
I know, dogpiling on the roll, but this is something that I would pay attention to.
I make an occultism check for Balzan to figure out if she is an omen or in any way related to the source of his magic.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you can. Theodon, but Shugo, both of you have a really hard time getting a bead on this lady. First of all, she, at the very least, she seems extremely powerful. Someone you wouldn't want to trifle with. Someone you wouldn't want to take up arms against. As in, as you look at them, as you try to figure out a connection, the spider on that's been with you this whole time, Nako, has been dancing on your shoulders, has been sort of scurrying along. Seems to be excited, very excited. And seeing that, this lady looks over to that spider. Ah, you must be that agent I heard so much about. Strange that you're not wearing your silver collar, but I'll allow it if you are, taking part in subterfuge. Undercover here? Interesting. Very interesting.
What?
I know not what you mean.
Oh,
She is
I'm
from
sure you
outside.
don't.
She is not from here, if you all haven't figured that out yet.
Oh, I would never be from such a backwater as this. I was just coming along to, well, make sure you know who your ruler is. I am Drogomo. Many of your peasant kind do not even lay eyes upon your rulers, but I have deigned to allow you this day, as it seems you've forgotten who rules Shen Men.
How generous.
And
It's generous
this
indeed that you came to see us before you had us destroyed.
destroyed. Why ever would I want you destroyed? You are my vassals. I am your liege lordess. Or liege lady, it was. You are my vassals. Willowshore has always been under my vassalage. Well, not always. But the history books will tell you we were always here. Now,
Oh, I'm sure they will.
I want a gift. Go, fetch. Get me a gift of proper offering to one of nobility.
Alrighty. Can I make a society check to try and figure something out?
Yeah, roll society. Walk along. Some people do sort of look out the window and then shutter themselves in as they see this creature following you guys. Balzan, you understand that 50 gold pieces worth of something would at least satisfy her, but 100 gold pieces would actually impress her just a bit, though she's not likely to show her impressed nature.
Oh, I'm poor. Hey, anybody?
Here, might I offer you this tin of rare tea that our village has produced? I
That's it. Check the
Is
party inventory.
quite good, actually. It smells fragrant enough. You at least seem to understand your teas around here. You don't know how many lowly villages I've been to that couldn't even pour a tea, let alone let it simmer so nicely and use such decadent teas. I don't know my tea, so whatever. But, very well. Let us take in the sight. Show me the most impressive portions of your town.
Ooh, that would most likely be our downtown.
Your downtown? I didn't even think a village of your small stature could have a downtown. Let us look. As you go through the foundry, or the sort of like work district here, there are still some people working, and many people look on with awe. Do you give people any directions for her arrival?
Oh boy.
Yeah, we should probably instruct people to bow and show respect. That this is a friend, not someone to
It would
fear.
probably
To
keep us
fear as a
safe,
leader,
yeah.
not fear as a monster.
So you
Why not both?
go ahead and tell people to bow down. And even if she sees an old person, somebody in a wheelchair who's not able to bow, she still sort of shoots out a spindly leg to force them to bow. Sort of many falling to their knees if she forces them to. Ah, people these days, they don't understand royalty when they see it. A middling industry, I see. Very well. Everything seems to be alright, though your people have such dour faces. Why don't they smile a little bit more, huh?
If you wish to see smiling faces, you should come by during the summer.
Now you should be smiling as you are in the presence of royalty. That should be enough. Yet you're dour. Stand it. Well, not a diplomacy check, though, Yuga.
Oh boy. Oh boy. Hope she can't read minds.
She looks at you. I need a will save.
Cool. Ah, why did I close my sheet again? Keep doing that. Hold on.
Can I just ask an out of character question here, really quick?
Yeah.
'Cause I'm struggling a little bit to remember.
Yeah.
Is she part of this dreamscape too, or is she from outside? I think I got confused at the beginning.
You've never met her, and she walks
Shinzo
around
talked
as
about
if
her, though.
she's from outside. And Shinzo mentioned that there would be a spider lady arriving from outside.
But I'm fairly sure that Shinzo mentioned that it may not necessarily be the real her.
Sort of intercession, some sort of mental duplicate that has somehow been able to pierce the veil. Yuga, she looks at you, there's a flash across your eyes. You don't really expect me to believe everything you say. You've been cagey since I've arrived. Poor thing. You are so concerned about the people of this town. You're worried about them. And you're afraid of me. I won't hurt anybody, I promise you that. Yet, at least. As long as you don't
I love
anger me.
I bow my head deeply and say, my caution comes from a place of love for my people.
You know, I don't know why none of my other sisters have taken a look into your squalid little town in the middle of the forest of ghosts. Like the something else forest. But anyway. You have something going on here. There's a lot of folk here that seem to make a lot of money. None of them being taxed properly. Nevertheless, this square of yours, it's barren. It's uninspired. Where's the band playing for my arrival on that stage there? Where are the people cheering? Where are the garlands being put up in celebration of my arrival? This whole thing is so dour. Were you not notified of my arrival? Did my message not get through?
Your
Made no preparations.
message did not arrive.
I wonder why that was. A convenient truth, I suppose. Now, I wish to have tea.
Oh,
What is the best tea house now?
Well, that would be my own, I suppose. I can serve you.
He does make good tea.
I can serve you the best tea around town. If you've been impressed with the present we've given you, then I'm sure my tea is going to serve your palate well.
That would explain the tea that you granted me earlier. Very well. Good to see your trifling tea house. Yes, hold on. I need to fix something up. They screwed up token. He arrives, looks around. The decor could use improvement. Round expectantly at you all.
Yellow quickly goes to work to serve her up some tea.
Ah, you seem to understand your etiquette. Always serve tea before your guest has sat down. Know your history. Impressive. You of snake brood. Impress me. You of Tengu origin disgust me.
I bow my head politely and smile.
I am surprised that all of your kind is not already extinct in our nation. My sisters.
What do you have against my kind?
What do I have? What do all of my sisters have against your kind? You are disgusting creatures. Birds have no place in a spider's domain.
We've been here far longer than you have.
You are sorely mistaken. Your kind is almost all extinct in our realm. Perhaps I will allow you to leave with your head on your neck. Once I take full control of your town. If you impress me.
And how might I do that, I wonder?
Well, I wish to present you all with an opportunity. You see, my sister They do not know of your town here, of Willowshore. Not sure why they haven't discovered you here, but I have. I seek your vassalage. This is, well, not my first attempt at influencing your town. I thought it more wise to, work from the shadows on a people who has, for seemingly quite a while, not been ruled by the Jorogomo. Now that will change.
And that brings an interesting question up. How exactly did you find us?
Well, you were hidden away in the forest, and I found you. You seem to have taken great lengths to disguise yourself from the rest of the world, and from a long time too. But I found you.
I guess that's true to an extent.
You thought us disguised from the world?
That you are disguised from the world. How?
In what
I do
way
not
are we
understand.
disguised?
I don't know. It is a mystery to me. But I found you. And you will become a part of my domain. I see promise in your servitude. Here. I've brought a gift. That you all, you four, may be the agents. For when the time is right, that you become a part of my domain, Shenmen. Gifts, of course, moonstones, precious, but also these silver collars. You understand. You cannot travel freely, Shenmen, without a silver collar. You are not allowed to read and write without a silver collar. You cannot trade with outsiders without a silver collar. They mark you as a favored of one of the Jorogomo. And you have become one of my favored as, well, the bringers of my dominion over Willowshore.
I do not believe these people will go along with being controlled.
Controlled? No. Is the cattle controlled by the shepherd? No. They simply live with guidance. And that is what you are, being lived. You will live in the guidance of the Jorogomo. And there is no other choice. It will be either me or someone else, and I am much more forgiving than my sisters. You'll know me as Ren Mei Li.
Does that name mean anything to me besides what we were told by Shinzo?
No. I have no knowledge. Once you return to the fold, once this disguise of yours falls, and the rest of my sisters know of your presence here, you will wish that I was your ruler. So do not make the wrong decision here.
There
I
are
will
those that are trying to destroy us.
destroy you. Who would dare destroy my subjects?
People that wish to come in and exploit the lumber of this area.
It is not their lumber to take. I will deal with this threat. For you also have my protection, you understand. It is a symbiotic association.
I would think so.
Shugo, I don't know if that's I don't know if that's a good idea.
Yuga, of all the cards we've been dealt, this is likely the best one yet.
Why don't we wait until we have rejoined the fold to discuss this further? Is that acceptable?
No, it is not. But I will not argue with you. I will leave these gifts behind. I will leave your marks of leadership, these silver collars, behind. And if you are not wearing them, when I return to take control over my domain, when you do return to the fold, when my sisters understand your presence in Shenmin, then, well, you'll wish you had. My sisters are unforgiving. I can be known to give a slight or two. I am your best option. When Willow Shore, its disguise drops.
I understand. We are grateful for your generosity.
And you, skitters over to Baozun. Keep an eye on everything here. That
I can do that.
little agent of yours on your shoulder. He has been very helpful, has he not?
Very.
Good. A little gift for you before we part ways. That you may, well, come into contact with me if you ever need. He hands you a ring.
Thank you. This is a blessing I will not.
Haughtily,
I
sort
forgot
of-
the word. Basically meaning he appreciates it.
He haughtily comes to a stand, looks back at you all. Remember my offer. Well,
Do
she
you
says.
need an escort?
I don't need an escort. Nothing could harm me in this pitiful town of yours.
Naturally.
But as she exits the doors and you guys watch her leave, she disappears into mist.
Yuga is clutching the back of a chair, like making marks in the wood.
This town will
Huh.
not accept a ruler like that. That says they cannot have the freedom to read or write. It's more like it's not freedom.
I understand now. If I make it through all of this alive, with a body, I am not sure I can remain here in this town.
If you leave the town, Yuga, then who will protect the villagers from them?
Oh. But I would be putting everybody at risk by remaining here. I want to fight. But I can't drag the entire village into that.
I don't think they would take that sitting down. I don't know.
Silver collars and the other gifts still sit on the table.
Yeah, I should move into the stash.
I don't think I wish to wear something like this.
It's something to hopefully only use as a last resort.
We need to figure out, are they magical? Like, if you put them on, can you take them off again? Do they do anything if they're worn by somebody?
You roll a crafting check on them.
Quick once over. Sure was a quick one.
Well, there's a clasp at the back that can be removed, and there's no magic on it. And what you guys sort of surmise is this sort of thing is actually a little bit common in TNC, though these ones give a lot more perks. It's sort of like a king's writ of passage, or a king's letter, you know? It's a letter of, you know, acceptance, like a diplomat's badge or something like that, right? It allows you certain freedoms that most people don't have. It's a symbol of office, almost. It's not really an office, but it's just like it was granted to you to allow you to trade, read and write. Forget the other thing, but yeah. Travel.
I will keep it. I'm not happy about it.
She seems harsh, but the deal doesn't seem bad.
She's requiring complete subservience of everybody here.
I wish I had the power and I could have slain her now.
She really didn't leave a good impression on you, did she?
Be careful what you say, Yuga. There's an agent of hers in the room, remember?
I walk over to Bowsin. Is that right? Agent, huh? What's this about?
I think that question's more for Minako than it is for me.
You're not with them, Minaku, are you?
Or just shrugs their shoulders and looks at Bowsin.
Well, if we have someone on the outside able to stop those exorcists from halting us, then I think we should take that chance.
I didn't mean kill them, though.
Well, neither did I. That's not my first option, but do you have another option?
I hoped we could get through to them and they would understand the danger that's posed by Kugapti. How could they not see that? How could they completely ignore all of that?
People have their reservations when it comes to dealing with spirits. I think you tend to do that too, I believe.
No, that's I did. I sit down.
Maybe I shouldn't have said to take care of the exorcist. Boslin can use this fancy new ring to tell her to not destroy the exorcist then.
If she's even real.
It just disappear into smoke
I
as she
do
left.
want her to destroy the exorcist, though.
Yes, but now I'm thinking of other options to deal with her.
Is Shinzo in town? I want to talk to Shinzo.
Yeah, it's the end of the week. You would be in town.
I go fetch Shinzo and bring him back to the tea house.
Please.
Yes. What's this about? Oh, right. I saw that,
Right.
Jorugomo come to town. What did you think of her? What did she offer?
What exactly is a Joro Mogo? Mugu, whatever.
A Jorugomo. They are the rulers of Shenmen, the Shenmen that you will return to. They did not always
long?
rule, and they did not rule during your time 115 years ago.
Okay.
But 115 years, a long time. The Longwar Empire collapsed, and many states rose in their stead. The Jorogomo, the Spider Women, they rule Shenmen from the shadows. Each of them is a very powerful individual in their own right. They bicker with each other, and that is the only reason they do not expand their domain beyond the Forest of Ghosts, I guess it's called. Like,
Do they now? That's
Yes.
interesting.
Do
They
you know
bit-
what she came here to do?
that, I think, was her attempt to send a message into this place. She knows of it. But that
She
wasn't the
demands
real her.
What do you mean?
That was a coded illusion. A very good one. A simulacrum, as it was. One that spoke, walked, talked like her, but was not her.
Does that mean the knowledge that she gained in here would be sent out?
I don't believe so, no. I think it was a one-way attempt to repair you all.
She is wanting us to be her vassal. She goes to hold up one of those silver chokers, necklaces things.
That is unsurprising. There are very few opportunities for the Jorogomo to expand their own domains so easily.
Wait, how are these still here?
The silver collars? Well, part of the interesting fabric of this reality. Items that enter don't just disappear like that. They are real.
Look at the items. Look at the items Shinzo has brought us.
Yes, exactly. I have brought the other side as well.
But you're real.
I am. Still, a fake version can bring real items. The simulacrum did so.
So, who is ordering these exorcists to destroy us? Is that another one of these people?
No, that would be Mego Kai, a warlord, who has taken over the Karahai fortress. There has been much chaos amongst the Jorogomo recently, and enterprising individuals would seek to take the very lucrative lumber of the Jorogomo's domain, which normally would not be accessible to the outside world.
I understand now. Thank you.
Yes,
I
but
still feel bad about that. Not that it seems like it's actually going to happen. The Jorogomo going after them.
I don't believe it will. No information of this encounter will have left. It was really only to prepare you all for the world you would enter if you transmigrate successfully.
So the foolish things that I said out loud.
She would not know of on the side. And
Not unless
this...
she was told.
I look at Baozin.
I kid.
Belzin, I don't think that spider of yours is whispering to the other side. However, that power of yours, I do believe it came from Ren Mei Li. She is your patron.
I have little doubt of that as well.
And I believe in some way that was one of her first incursions into this place. Grant you a power that you may have not had on previous cycles.
Perhaps that is why we succeeded as we have now.
That, Shugo being here, it was the perfect storm.
Then perhaps we're already in her debt. I know I am.
Baozin, I spoke rashly with a high temper. We are still friends. We always have been.
That never changed. Your anger makes sense. It's risky, and well, I can understand if you're not fond of her.
You all made a good point. I have to think about the well-being of the village.
Yes, there is little chance that when Willowshore returns to the real world with all its citizens, it would fend off Jorogomo in the center of their own territory. If it's not Ren Mei Li, it would be another, and Ren Mei Li is one of the younger sisters of the Coven. She certainly is one of the most liberal-minded. She allows more liberties to be taken by her subjects, yet of course, she still takes her due, as it were.
So she is still the best option then of all of them, and one of them besides her will come either way, right?
Precisely. Though she is the only one who knows of this place, I believe. I believe what she said was correct. And she has been investigating it. I have stumbled across it recently. Preparing, perhaps, for its return. Perhaps she understands that it is a place stricken from its time and space, and that it may one day return. The Shorogomo are weavers of webs. They prepare for many eventualities. This is just one of them.
So if she would seek to take advantage of the situation, we might as well do the same.
Yes, stake claim to your village before any of her sisters can. It wouldn't be the first time a village or two had been left to its own devices deep within the forests of Shenmen and not discovered or known about by the outside world. Though those circumstances were normal compared to yours. So, what do you think you're going to do? After the transmigration, after you successfully stop Megokai and, turn the Eternal Lantern here so you can transmigrate, after all that happens, after the village returns, what do you think you're going to do?
I don't know what choices we have. It's either bow down to them or be destroyed.
You may
I do not
find
see the people in this village doing that so willingly.
when you return to the real world, your duty to protect these people, govern wisely, liaison with the Jorogomo. All of it will not be over. You must find your way in the new world that Willowshore finds itself in. You may yet still prosper. Your people may yet still flourish on your actions. The one thing is for certain, you'll be ruled by the Jorogomo. There's no stopping that. Texas live.
Yuga looks like he has so much on his mind and he's just deliberately not talking.
Well, we should focus on one thing at a time, and that's completing the ritual and stopping this exorcism. It does not do us well to dwell on the other parts of it now.
And Kugapti?
Of course. If he is still here, and once we're all out, then it will be all for nothing. I don't see them, the Spider Women, doing much against him either.
If Kugapti isn't stopped now, there will be other Willow Shores.
We should go prepare for the ritual.
I don't know how much I can do in the future, but this I can do.
So, the week coming to an end. Going to do one final round. Some attrition. Nope. Not yet. This
Right.
time, you guys get to choose South Bank or Northridge.
South Bank.
Definitely South Bank.
Thank
After parading that woman around them.
Yep. A little bit annoyed
Yeah.
by it, but people at this point are just like, oh, it's just another encounter with the outside. And food. Ready to go back.
Before
Thinking I
we-
probably should have gifted her one of our expensive treasures, like that cape.
And then she disappeared. Is the tea gone from in front of our tea house? Did
Tea
it disappear
disappeared
with
with
her? Ah!
deleted.
Worth a try.
So, we should, before we do this ritual, do some shopping probably,
Perhaps.
because we may not have an opportunity to do that in the future after the ritual, I imagine. But yes, has anything else happened this week?
Nope, nothing really happens this. So yeah, I want you guys to do some sailbox stuff. That'll probably be to the end of the Oh, also, you're going to level up once you do the ritual, so it's better to do the level up now before the next session. So you guys do level.
That sounds good.
Because her and the ritual would both combine to be enough XP to level.
Sure.
You each out so I can. There we go. Big ass Shugo.
Big.
There we go. Health potions, yes. Remember, these two chests here are Shinzo's rune and skill shops. Baseline stuff. I'm gonna add like the fire runes to this shit. Frost, fire, that sort of thing.
Does Yuga want the persona mask?
I haven't really had a good opportunity to look at it yet.
I think you'll like it. Did we determine if anybody needed that resilient rune? Or is everybody good?
Let me check. I don't know if I have one.
I have bracers that grant that effect, I believe.
Both
do not have
Leodon
that.
and Baozin both do not have resilient root.
I thought Lydon does, because he got a chain armor, I thought, that had it on it.
I have a +1 chain shirt, but I don't think I have any property runes on it.
We don't have the resiliency rune. Striking of armor.
One of you should take it, obviously. You can just take the rune off of it.
Episode of the
Costs a
constant
little
transfer.
money.
I have a decent amount of AC already, so I think Baozin should probably take it.
Well,
The
the
res-
resilient is for saving throws.
Yep,
I'm
plus
not
one to
gonna
all
say no.
saves.
No, that mask is fun.
Take it.
I don't know if we're going to have opportunities to actually use it now, but it's fun.
Ah, I see the resilient runes on padded armor. Is it easy enough to just move that over?
Yeah. Across the route. Also, throw some stuff into the sailbox. No treasure,
Do I
remember.
have, do I have time to retrain a general feat?
Yeah, you would have time.
Oh, that's with a level up after session though.
Okay, yeah.
Um,
We're not going to do anything else this session because of leveling and buying and selling and stuff.
Okay.
We'll keep the time. You can level up.
Was anybody gonna
Yeah.
use that net, or should we just sell it?
It's cool thematically, but I don't know if I can.
I feel bad selling like unique special items, but like,
Yeah, it's fine. Totally fine.
Okay, where did we get the choker of elocution from?
the mayor. That was one of his things.
Right. Okay. Sometimes you get a grab box of loot, and I don't know where it comes from. Honestly, those society checks sound nice.
How about it?
Yeah.
Actually, that auditory trait too.
If there's something you can use, just take it.
Oh boy.
Running up close to the max on invested items.
I am.
I've realized the funny way to play Investigator is to just add more and more dice to your strikes.
Pretty
I've added
much.
more dice to my strikes.
I usually do it with classes that don't have like a base damage, like rogue and investigator and stuff. Swashbuckler.
I think I might get rid of the incense burner now, maybe?
Did you add the dragon stuff back into the module yet?
Oh, was it not at? Huh.
I'm just not looking at the right spot. Give me a second.
Oh no. Cannot be enabled due to issues. Fire depends.
Oh, okay. I'll have to manually add it then.
Don't know what the hell that means. I don't know why it's doing that. Maybe I'll try to like you download it later and it'll give me the dependency.
It's all good. I can just manually do it.
Yep.
I think I moved everything into the cell box.
Okay. Anybody else want to throw something in the sandbox? No treasure, remember.
Okay.
Oh, do those just sell? Okay, yeah, they just
Okay,
sell
so
directly
pull.
from the-
That's yeah. Sailbox is there, so I can just tally up the half price of everything.
Should probably toss out some of the stuff I've been carrying around for way too long. Like these marbles.
Marbles.
I bought them before the first excursion, and I've been carrying around ever since.
Gosh.
Around a lot of weapons, like this short bow which we recently picked up, but I kind of still want to keep it around. Either the crossbow is kind of a more useful. Hmm. Put it in the party stash for now.
Also, what was it that my character heard about the corruption? That was a dream he had last session, right?
No, it was in the Seance. One of those priests, the female priest, she seemed to have red butterflies in her head.
Oh, oh yeah, that makes sense. Okay, I am gonna share that with the party.
Yeah. I always assume that anytime I say some information, you guys are sharing it. Unless you interrupt your, like anything and say, I do not share that.
Okay, I just wanted to double check.
Hmm.
Hey, I get raging resistance. I wonder if it's going to be useful at all anymore.
What is the raging resistance?
For Spirit Instinct, you resist void damage as well as damage from undead creatures, regardless of the damage type.
Maybe.
I'm gonna take the retrieval build if no one wants it, since I'm just like seeing
Sure.
it in the cell
If
box.
you're going to make use of it, go for it.
I mean, if anything, I can just magic some healing potions into my hand from my consumables.
I'll be right back really quick, okay?
Yeah, sure.
There's a maintenance guy that I want to talk to really quick outside.
Yeah, fine. No problem.
Okay, so even with information that like he got from that skill check, he would still share that, you would assume.
What do you mean?
It's like when Bazin was able to tell if there was something wrong with that priest.
Yeah, he said he shared it.
Okay.
Yep.
Oh boy, time for 5th rank spells.
Oh, yeah.
I almost forgot to pick up my formulas, crafting formulas.
There's a spell called Instant Minefield. Why is it an occult spell?
Sounds stupid, so it's an occult spell.
That's a good way to look at it.
Well,
It
usually has
literally
the funny
spawns
stuff.
several hidden mines in the ground. I'm not joking. You, like, seriously, look at it. I love the name of that spell. That's arcane too. I'll have to remember that. Banishment.
Ooh, at this spell rank, I get Talk to Rocks.
You need powerful spells to talk to the stones.
Is that ROC or ROCK?
ROCK. It's Speak with Stones, but Talk to Rocks sounds better.
Let's be honest, you don't need any magic to talk to them. The real magic is at getting them to talk back.
It's true. Oh wow, there's also a bucket load of summon spells. I bet DMs love those.
Yeah.
You have got to be kidding me.
Hmm?
I'm like looking through a calculator item, and there's something called Impossible Cake.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Which is
Yeah.
which is the trope of something, but it's cake.
Yeah, the
The icon in particular is great.
old ass meme.
Summon Monitor. I can call a lizard.
Alright, let me go to the sale box. I think you guys have had ample look enough to throw stuff in there, so you do the calculate. $36 gold. Okay, and I will distribute. There you go.
Yay!
And of course, I know I have like small little shops here of the essentials, but if you guys want any other common item, Shinzu can go and get it for you.
Up to what level?
Up to your level. And he's literally trading like extra planar goods. Of course, he has access to everything, but up to your level, I'm gonna say.
There's a thundering short bow in the party stash that wasn't there before.
That Liao Dan had that.
Are we wanting to sell that as well?
That belongs to my family.
Oh,
Oh,
right.
then we cannot sell that then.
So if Leodon is not using it, I want to keep it.
Yeah, we don't need to sell it then if that's a heirloom.
There's the resilient padded armor in there. Did one of you take the resilient?
Yeah, I need to take that, sorry.
Ooh, wall of flesh. Ooh, I can make it sprout eyes.
Why would you do that?
And mouths.
Stop.
More
Okay.
understandable.
Wow.
Clerics are funny.
So nifty.
I think my favorite spell, though, from the new set that I get is called Divine Immolation. It's like Mega Fireball.
Seen that before. I usually don't see clerics with such high level spells. At least cloistered clerics. Most often, every cleric I've had is just a war priest, so they don't use attack spells.
And that was almost a War Priest. I'm kind of glad I didn't.
Yeah. War priest is okay, I guess. Like, if all you do as a cleric is heal and buff, there's no reason not to do war priest. But if you want to actually affect enemies with, like, save stuff, then...
I know that like Cleric is not really like the nuking class by any means, but there's some pretty decent attack spells in the list.
Yeah, I mean, they're really good at nuking, like, undeads and fiends. Like, they're better than wizards at killing fiends and undead. Most of the time.
Mm-hmm.
Which is cool.
And I have a focus spell that attacks undead now. It's really cool.
Pfizer's thing is basically like wizard is kind of an all-round, like, most utility comes from wizard, or like arcane. Primal is like area effects and control, as well as damage. Occult is like way more control, way more powerful control stuff, but not a lot of damage. And Divine is like buffs, healing. Well, Druid is kind of healing too, because they can heal. Primal. And killing specific enemies.
Yeah. Lots of
Kinda.
anti-undead, anti-Nindoru.
Mm-hmm. I like how they've set up the different 4 spellcasting types.
And then, of
Finally,
course, Summon Dragon.
Yeah.
It's so tempting, but it does not fit my character.
No, it does not fit mine.
I finally found the counter to Cole versus rolling too many crits.
Who?
Ooh.
Excuse me, Aeon. We can become
Right,
immune to
right.
crits.
Wait, what? 10 minutes,
Ooh, consume
resistant.
jellyfish oil.
You gain resistance from the extra damage of critical hits and precision. Huh. That's actually not bad at all, especially at higher levels when you get crit all the time anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's actually really good, but that's a nice... Well, yeah, that's good. You ignore difficult terrain by moving it through tight areas that aren't tight enough to force you. That actually would be really good for Shugo, because
Yeah.
Shugo will be in difficult terrain if it's like a single wide hallway or they're trying to go through a door or something like that.
Guys, should I take the one, the spell that deals 7d10 damage to everything within a 30-foot radius from me?
You just explode.
All over everybody?
Well, I
really
mean,
like it.
the only situation where that kind of spell works is if you like run around a corner and like nuke around the corner while your allies are still behind the corner.
Yeah.
Otherwise, those kind of like explosion from yourself spells just kind of hurt your allies too much too.
There's a reason why it does so much damage, but that reason makes it very situational.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, there we go. Finally figured out my spells. Gonna reflavor Slither as being spider themed rather than snake themed.
Mm-hmm.
Works. It's a neat spell. It's a rare reflex save spell.
figure out what I want to buy later. I don't know what I want to get at the moment.
Okay.
So is anything common up to our level, you said?
Yep, pretty much.
That could take some research.
Yeah. You guys don't want to do that now. We can save it for the week. Yeah. Hope you guys had fun. That's the end of the session now.
Yeah.
Sure did.
Glad to be back and glad to be going along.
Yeah, I'm glad to be back too.
And you're approaching near to the end of the campaign, too.
Oh boy. Nice to know who my patron is now.
Yeah. You
Yeah,
all,
that's an interesting situation.
you all set up these characters, and I like people who, like, when you guys set up your characters, and then I'm like, oh, hey, I have something to work with that. Really good to work with that. It took a while, it took a
Such a
long
good feeling.
time to do Baozin's, because Baozin's is, like, end game stuff, but now,
I'm fine with that.
now you know. Yeah, guys, that is going to be the end of our session. Thank you guys for watching, whoever's still here. And just know that did I forget to change the level on the, yeah, you guys are level 9 now. Okay, it still says
9.
level
We're
7
9.
on the stream, but either way, hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you guys for watching. If you like the maps, for example, Joe. I've made many, many maps for Season of Ghosts. I think it's about 20 now. That are specific for encounters that don't have a map, but are still pretty important encounters. Like the Lonely Home, which turned out to be Yuga's home. Like other stuff, like the winter stuff over here. Adds a bunch of different maps for you guys to run these encounters in, especially just in case you have a murder hobo party who attacks everybody. This party doesn't, so didn't really need a map, but still. Good to have
Thank
one.
goodness.
But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. They are patreon.com/KoboldDM up there. And see y'all next week, hopefully.
Yeah,
Bye-bye.
fun.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.